everyone. Alright, hello everyone. We are on Twitch, and I am waiting for YouTube to start. And hello YouTube, and welcome to our 59th dev session. I'll see how long I'll go tonight, depending on how the connection is here and everything. So we're going to continue with floor 3. I got started, and it's going well. It's going very well. Let me know if the volume is okay. I'm probably going to adjust it a little bit, so it's a smidge lower. That should be fine, a sweet spot. Alright. Just gonna also start the video with the usual announcements, which Twitch is being really special, so okay, there we go. Oh, Shadow, you're funny. I'm not missing this stream. I can just feel the resolve coming off of you. Like, not this time. I'm sure, you'll see some cool stuff. Cookie really likes, me working on the levels. We're working on the last floor. Planned for now. But yeah, everybody, so we got a Steam page for our Souls-like RPG, where you uncover the truth of darkness, and you dig up ancient secrets and light your way through a mysterious world that challenges every decision. I have a feeling, now I'm just thinking out loud here, yeah, that message is actually old. Let me check our Steam page, because I thought of an even better, like, tagline for our game. So our updated tagline is, Eldoria is a Souls-like RPG where you dig up the ancient truth of darkness. Will you destroy that corruption or purify it? Yeah. That just feels, like, shorter, more concise, and it's fully written by me, because, yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna update my commands here with Nightbot. Because that's exactly what you do in the game, you know. Will you destroy that corruption or purify it? And let's see here, Steam. Yeah, this is great. Okay. Moving on. So, I stream twice a week on Sundays and Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Central Time. Shadow made sure not to miss it. And then I post regularly on socials, so we got X, we have a Discord server, we have YouTube, we have our website, and I have a Ko-fi page that, isn't really, all that well known, but it's okay. Kickstarter is where it's really gonna start to matter. And I'm just gonna pull up YouTube. I'm really happy, by the way, everybody, thank you for watching our April updates video. That was so awesome. I'm gonna just wrap up one last thing here, and then we're gonna get right into it. Alright. Edit video. Okay, sweet deal. So, corruption must be eradicated. Destroy it! Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. Just be gone. Get out of my sight. That is definitely an option we'll give you in game. Okay, so we got the chat up and running, sweet. And we now have Unity up. So yeah, this is the 3rd floor. It's simpler, it's a little bit simpler. The nice thing is I already had the boss room built, so I was just making some edits last night. I'm also gonna play some Alpine Universe. 'Cause hell yeah! Is it loud enough? I don't think I'm actually... Okay, so you can't hear it. Great. So, I'm gonna turn this down a little. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, just turn it down this way. I'm gonna be using this as reference to build the level, and I'm just gonna finish off creating the ceilings. So we're gonna go into orthographic view. I really look forward to finishing this floor because that's when I'm gonna create a lot more new assets, finally. So it's gonna look great. I think I'm just gonna copy these, and then I have some slanted ceilings. I'll move this up by 1.5, so it's gonna be 7.5. Oops. I want to, like, also further help the dungeon feel less closed in. So we are going to have, like, sunlight and, like, openings coming in from the ceiling. I'm going to ask my team what else they think we can do. Because it's like, if you open up the level, you gotta have, like, an environment to actually look at, like, outside of the dungeon, and for it to feel natural. But not to, like, scope creep too much, but I do want to help the player feel more sense of spaciousness in some parts of the game. Alright, so now here's where the unique, oh yeah, I'll just use this, ceiling pieces I'm gonna use will be. So... No, I'm not gonna duplicate that. It's not rotating the way I want. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. I thought this was slanted. I guess it's not. It's a bit of an issue. I will backtrack. This is definitely slanted. Okay. Hello, welcome. I'm working on our Souls-like RPG called Eldoria. We are going to be releasing the demo, and so I'm working on the last floor. And then I'm going to be putting caves in it, as you can see from the map here. It's me, my brother, and 4 other developers, so it's been going well. Let's see. Shadow, you're such a great supporter. I'll watch on YouTube and Twitch. Jeez, thanks. I hope your game's been going well, Shadow, and the work dynamic with the other person that you brought on is going well too. I wonder how I should handle this section, the ceiling. Oh, thank you, Jack. Yeah, I really, I'm the person behind all the social media and setting up the Steam page, so I made the trailer, it's a lot of work, but I wanted the Steam page up as soon as possible. Like, to get people knowing about it from Steam and also just reel in those wish lists. Now this is strange why it's not reaching. Maybe because it's rounding at a weird... That's what it is. I think that's what it is. Let's see, Z... So it should be 75. Unity does this weird thing where it just does not keep the integers, like whole integers. I look forward to a dungeon building system. Let's see, Shadow says, and the chat is on the left if you guys are curious. I'm working on the story, and we are in the process of putting the main systems together. Oh, that is so exciting. I love writing the story because it just makes the world come to life in a way that nothing, like no mechanics or anything else can really do. And take your time with it, because I worked on the story for 6 weeks, and 6 hours a day, and you need a break. You'll think of good ideas, just jot them down, and get back to it later. But it depends how much of a story you actually want to write. Okay. I was getting situated in real life, so now I'm more comfortable. I'm going to change the prefab here. I wonder what it's called. Archway, angled. Maybe it's this one. In Unity, it's easier to use panels to move things around. It's strange at first, but it's better. Really? I've never heard of this. Thank you for bringing this up, Unity. It almost sounds like a UI thing, but I guess it's used for, like, game objects as well, like props and stuff. Visual tree. I think that might be something else. Hmm. It seems like here they're also talking about UI. I don't know. 3D props? No. That's just a Unity asset. I don't seem to find anything on that. At least just looking real quickly right now. Let's see. Cookie, welcome. I pledge my allegiance to the flag of the United Eldoria. Yeah. You're so funny. Shadow says, I will take my time. My game story is what I started with a few years ago, but I'm just reworking it from the base up. Yeah. Yeah. I know how that is. It's like a story you wrote a while ago. You're like getting back into it, like, oh yeah, I wrote that bit there, and does it fit well with what I'm looking to create now? That is awesome. I'm very excited for you. Um, I think I need to rotate this. Cookie, did you see my picture of the pizza I made? Is not the tool. I don't think this is even the right piece. It's like, unless if I rotate it this way? God. And then, oh, maybe it is. Like, what matters is what the player sees inside. What am I looking at? Yeah, this is not... Okay. Huh. This is strange. I don't know why I angled it that way. Unless if... Okay, let's just reset the rotation. It's trippy. This piece is very trippy. I meant the transform panel on the side. Oh. Oh, okay. So just like yeah. Um, yeah, like if I just like edit the values within the transform component, I can do that. Sometimes it helps for me to, unless if just doing this for good measure. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what you mean. Here. Yeah, I have snapping on, and like all the pieces are like 3 by 3 meters. And then I have the grid on. So I think this is like the best I'm gonna get without my brother making a dungeon creation system yet. What is really tripping me up is how this piece isn't fitting well. Let me look over here, because I did it here just fine. Okay, so like this one, I think like using this piece is the right thing to do for what I'm trying to accomplish. I mean, I might as well just like copy all these over. Okay. So this is the magic piece. Okay, let's see what happened on Twitch. These people are funny. I don't even know how Twitch allows you to have a username like this. Horny prostitute BJ. We all know what BJ is. It's like, and then there was someone saying you are mistaken. That was someone else. Yeah, you you don't. You don't know what BJ is. God. Oh, maybe it's because I'm snapping at 3 meters and 1.5 would be better. Dang. This is the only piece I have kind of shaped like this. At least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because these are just like, yeah. If I'm gonna use a piece like this over here, this is the one. So, and I'm gonna get the chat back. Uh, Sometimes, with these people having these kind of usernames and stuff, it kind of reminds me of like RuneScape, like just, but people got very creative to bypass like censorship on like the usernames. So, huzzah! Did I get it? I got it. I got it. Thank you. That's all I wanted. Um, it fits. But yeah, anyway. So it would be very funny to see people just be in game and have like really inappropriate usernames, but it just didn't get flagged and everybody's cool with it. Like it's like, yep, this is the community we all know and love and why we keep playing the game. Which I've been playing lately, but once my membership runs out in like a week, I'm probably just gonna play all my Steam games that I've bought and just, yeah. Because RuneScape just takes so much time, and I've been working a lot on this game, so I just want to, keep my priorities straight. Alright, so I think I've added all of the ceilings. Oh no, actually just for the stairs now, and then I'm gonna add the walls. So we're gonna give these angled ceilings, put them where the stairs are. This is actually very like methodical and like therapeutic to me because it's just like putting together like puzzle pieces to make an entire level, and it's great when everything for the most part has been created. Plus with people who want to watch, even better. Alright. I think that's all the stairs. There really wasn't a whole lot. Oh. guess I skipped this part. Okay, yes, there are 2 little itty-bitty stairs. This is towards the beginning of the level. Alright, so now we can add the walls. And I'll just duplicate this. Yeah, that's fine. So this will be the 6mm wall. Just gonna get the basics down first. Huh. It's interesting. I assume nothing's hidden. Yeah, okay. Add more of the ceilings here and then we're all good. What game am I doing? Or are you talking to someone else? Or like playing or? Because I know you know I'm working on Eldoria. Mm. Oh, sorry, Jack. I like read that really fast and I thought it was Shadow saying that. I'm still getting used to this chat. Trying to think. It's his name is or his game is called Iliana? No, Ilia. Let me let me look it up. It felt like I'm not in his Discord server, but he had it as his status for a while. Yeah. Huh. I could have sworn. He'll answer. He's around. He'll answer at some point. He's on X. It looks pretty good. I think he's either using Unity or Unreal, like most people. I'm gonna set this to 1.5. Let's see, I'm gonna look at Shadow. Okay, here it is. This is his game. Shadows of Ilia. I'll put this. Oops, I think play here, because I think you're on. Yeah, you're on YouTube. That's his game. At least his X page, if you want to check it out. It's looking really good. I haven't been too active on X. Looks beautiful. Wow. Yeah, great work, Shadow. Oh yeah, Unreal. Yeah, I've worked with Godot for maybe a few days, and it wasn't enough for us either. It's adorable, you know, depending on what kind of game you want to make, it can work, but Yeah, I'm very excited to see more updates, Shadow. I'll check out your X page later. Yeah. Do you happen to be a game developer as well, Jack? That's an interesting answer. Do tell. I'm gonna turn off the ceilings. Oh, that's awesome. It all depends, if it's what you really want to do and you're committed to it and you really see, like, no matter how hard it is, like, you still feel passionate about it. I would say you're a game developer. Yeah, you're doing a great job, Shadow. Everybody has their own strengths, and I've learned that, if we had all the time in the world and we were immortal and we wanted to do it, we could probably do every part of a game, like every, the music, the programming, the art. But you're excelling at the art, so I think that's amazing. Let's see. Jack says, but so far I've only done college projects because of my free time. So yeah. Hey, I mean, that's more than most people. Some people, don't go to college at all or spend the time, spend the money. Um, and you're looking at other people, who are working on games. So I remember how it is to start out. I went to college too for it, and it can be very daunting. But just keep hanging out with people like you're doing today, and I know you'll make really good connections and grow a lot as a game developer. Oh, what the hell am I doing? I don't want the walls here. Um, I would like them here. I just kind of went on autopilot there. And there, whoops. Alright. I wonder, ooh, could probably just have walls underneath here, and then have columns and balusters. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is a new idea I have for dungeon design, so it'll be refreshing. You'll be able to look down. Maybe you'll see like a pit of skeletons and stuff. I'm so excited to make more props. It's like the easiest part of game dev for me, and it's fun, and you get a sense of accomplishment really fast with making new art. Thank you, but my next step is to learn to draw. It turned out that in college I fell in love with concept art, 3D modeling, and especially animation. Oh, that's so wonderful. Yeah, I'm happy to, you know, chill out. I hang out in the Discord server a lot and just like share my screen and work alongside people, and it helps people with motivation. It's kind of like when you go to the gym and you have a workout buddy. Um, but like I've been drawing for a very long time, like ever since I was like 3. And then when I was 12, I got like into anime style drawing, which is what the style of this game is. Um, so yeah, I mean, if you ever want to work alongside people and learn how to develop new skills, you can always join our server. We give honest feedback. We're not mean though. Let's see, I'm gonna continue with the positive Z facing walls. Something I always say is the more loving you are to yourself when you're impatient, but disciplined, which discipline is not a bad thing. It's just being really committed to something and showing up every day and not giving in to made up excuses, then that's the fastest way you can actually improve your skills and make consistent, steady progress on something you care about. Let's see, I think that's 3 wide. I think those are all the north-facing walls. Although this... Actually, and I'll need some below as well. So this is going to be the 9 meter. I'll leave it for now. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you feel called to join, that would be awesome. I'll just, let me grab the link so it's easier for you to find it. I have so many bookmarks here. Okay, here we are. This is the link that works. Yeah. We have about 50 members. It's been really fun. We got a regular group of people that keep it pretty active. Hey, I hear you, man. And I know it can feel like scary or like, oh, look at everybody else. They're more experienced than I am in all of this. And really, I wouldn't worry about it. Like, I love when people want to try and like improve a skill that they care about. So That's all we care about. Oh, that's not the right value. I'm happy to help anyone who wants to learn more about art or anything like that, because other people helped me and it really helped me get through tough times. Negative 1.5. Let's see if this is a good depth. I think it is. Hey, did we get our 30th follower? Huzzah! Yay! I'm an affiliate, I think. Is Web3? I'm not sure. Oh no, this game? No, it's not Web3. Yeah, thank you. I'm assuming it was you, Jack, or someone that followed me. Whoever it was, thank you. I'll probably find out later who it was. I'm still learning a lot about Twitch, but I always get excited when I hear that sound. This is Kill FPS. This game is a Souls-like RPG. Let's see. Alright, I think that's all the positive Z facing walls, so... And I wonder how I should fill this under here without it looking strange. I could just put a regular wall, like... And I'll make more props in the future if I feel we're, needing new walls and such. So, like, this should be good. I'm gonna move it down 0.5. I'm gonna have to eyeball this. You know, sometimes making a dungeon isn't pretty. I feel like, I don't know, is it a little too much to add a molding? We'll see. 0.5. I don't want the topology fighting itself like that, so... Unless if I just... No. I'll just eyeball it again. This is not recommended. To make a dungeon, like, with modular pieces can be kind of rough sometimes. Wall. Like, the cave is not going to be modular. Like, there's no modular pieces. Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, when I'm done with the stream, well, I mean, hell. I might as well approve you. It helps to, have the, like, application for people to apply. Just to avoid, like, bots and people asking for money and shit. Let's see. Discord. Alright, so I approved you. And I'm just gonna welcome you in. Oops. And then if you want to shoot me a DM on Discord with your email, just since you said you wanted to sign up for the newsletter, that would be great. I'm gonna clarify that. I'm glad that you just said yes and you didn't put your email, because I think I didn't make it clear enough that people need to put their email. So Discord membership app, clarify email. Okay. Um, yeah, I just write notes to myself. Money. Yeah, like people come in into the Discord server and they're just like, "Oh, like it looks like you can use some help on social media. Like you can hire me." Or like, "Oh, your website doesn't look like it's hitting all the markers for SEO." And I'm like, "It is, but thanks." This is interesting that there's no molding here. Also, there's people, like bots and stuff, and they'll, ooh, this is fighting with the ground as well, so I'll move it down just a smidge. But yeah, we've had some spammers and stuff. I think this will look better with the balusters as well, but I'll just duplicate these. Actually, yeah. Also, if you want to sign up to the newsletter, if you go to our website, eldoriagame.com, the newsletter sign up is on there. So when that happens, you'll get access to like all the like the list of things that we've done in the past month. Also, I make a video just reviewing everything. It's really nice. And just like if we're hosting at conventions and just like the whole month's updates. Do you want your art to reach new areas? Send me, send me a DM and pay me a a ton of money. You almost got me there, buddy. I was like, is is there another spammer here? I've seen this type of people before. Yeah. I don't know. It's and some of them really have bad grammar and I'm just like, guys, like, are you for real? It just doesn't, you could, if you don't speak English as your main language, you could easily get it translated by like Google Translate or something and sound more professional, but it just, it's comical. I've gotten some weird stuff. Alright, balusters. I think this is the regular one. I got on I got an advertiser on my stream the other day trying to offer their services. Yeah. It's just a part of the territory, I guess. I think I could probably get rid of the molding. If I do that, maybe... it'll look better. Yeah, that's looking good. Although I think the version I want is no left. No right. Okay. An advertiser, also known as like a spammer. That's just a nice way to say it. No ends. And this is not a prefab. Wait. This is not a prefab. We want it to be a prefab. as well as this, because then it doesn't have a collider, and the player will fall to their death through the balusters, which I do not want. Okay, so gonna duplicate. Shadow is a respectable man, and he talks kindly about others, as far as I've seen. Do you happen to be a fan of Shadow the Hedgehog at all? I don't know if I've ever asked this question, but it's been on my mind. Because I grew up with Sonic. I legit had a crush on Shadow the Hedgehog. That was the last furry I ever had a crush on. No judgment to people who do have crushes on furries. You know, it's probably just easier to delete all of these and duplicate what I have. You're funny. No need to apologize. I was just curious. Yeah, I mean, like, shadow is a word that's existed for a long, long time that has to do with lots of other things other than Shadow the Hedgehog. He is not life. But at a time, he kind of was for me. I have my doubts. Like, oh yeah? You've never played Sonic? Shadow isn't your favorite character? Shadow? We're just joking. Alright. And then I'll put pedestals. Shadows, like, no, really. Like, this is it. This is all the history I have with Shadow or Sonic. Alright, I think that's a good choice for an end cap there on the balusters. I'm thinking that I don't even want colliders on these because it can really mess you up in combat, believe me. Because it looks like it shouldn't be jutting out or messing with you. Let me see. Because the collider from this, it should be fine. If I select both, like, let's look from up top. Don't want to assume. Actually, no. I do want colliders on them. Like that. More of a Zelda Fire Emblem guy myself. Yeah. The first Smash Bros. Game I ever played was on the GameCube, which I think it was on the Nintendo 64 as well. Maybe not. But that was Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is like, everybody knows that game. I enjoyed playing as the Fire Emblem character. He had, like a blue outfit and very dark blue hair. He seemed like a nice guy, so I liked playing as him. I am not a big Zelda player because I just get confused every time. Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. I played with my cousins all the time. Let's see. Column. I think like 6. Let's see. It's concave. Oh. It's kind of strange. Well, this is also 9. I meant to do 6. Yes, it's Marth. I've played Ocarina of Time and Link's Awakening, like on the Game Boy Pocket, but I never beat any of them. Twilight Princess, I've heard great things about it. This is strange. I think I gotta rotate these. Whoa. What happened? Okay, I do need to rotate them. I'm gonna get rid of the, colliders as well. Zero. And then we're gonna remove this. I mean, it's too much of a headache. It's fine. I doubt these box colliders. They're not expensive. I'll just leave it. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. Because then it's like, I'm gonna Control Z. Because then you can see through the tops of these. I mean, how close are people really looking at the corners? Because unless if I like shift it over. But what if it's just the regular one? Because it's directly under. It's covering the corner. I think that's better, because then you can see down this thing, and that's not pretty. I'll just replace them with this prefab. Okay. I'll settle with that. Right. So I'm going to continue to build the walls. I'll do positive X now. Three. Oh, that's not the way I want to go. Let's see. I think just over here. You know, this might be a really good idea. I'll give this a shot. I think I'll make it a little less manual. Oops. Alright. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, do I want to put... This would open it a bit. So I'll do that. I'll do what I did over here, but over here. So I'll open up the space a little bit, and it'll make it definitely more interesting. So I'll just add walls to the perimeter, not the whole area. Alright, so this looks good. So this is the trick I just thought of. This should work fine. So I duplicated the floors in certain locations. And then I'm going to change the prefab to all of the duplicates to walls. And they should all be facing the right way that I want them to. Haha! Very good. So that took out a lot of manual labor. Something cool would be to add like a corner piece for the stairs so it kind of like wraps around and connects. I'll leave it like this for now, but something to think about. I'm leaving this area open because I am going to create a big door, and I'll be doing the same for the boss room. So I adjusted the boss room a little bit. There will be the regular size doors here, but in the center there will be a bigger door. This I built a while ago, so we're gonna have the boss in here. And we'll have like a fog door sort of thing going on, and then these doors you can open, yeah. I wonder if we even want this brazier here anymore. Nah, I think it just clutters up the room. That's fine. Alright, let's do that trick again. Where now I'm going to select all the floor tiles that I want to create negative Z walls. You know what would be really dope is, I'm just gonna hide my screen for a second, is adding, add, walls with windows. or inset areas to them for props. Because the windows will create more light and kind of like, oh, there's something outside of this dungeon. Like, there's a world out there. I would really like to keep that idea going. Because as much as I want the dungeon to feel a little bit claustrophobic at times, like, not the entire thing. Definitely not. I want for there to be a sense of exploration and expansiveness, and like the world is bigger than it actually is, at least for now. Alright. Did I get everything? I think so. And then I'm gonna rotate everything. So I think, trying to think which direction it is, maybe. Yeah. And then I'm gonna rotate it, or no, I'm gonna move it over. Where the hell is there it is. Is this game fully inside, or are you doing an outdoors area like Elden Ring? But I would assume not as big. There's gonna be a lot of outside areas after this dungeon. But while we're fully funding this ourselves, I'm keeping it to inside for now. We do have a really nice Unity plugin. It's called Microverse, and it's like a way better terrain system than Unity. I have yet to learn that, but we will be using it to build the world. I would love, love, love to create areas in the world with the, forests and just open sky and everything. Yeah, yep. Yeah, like I want to add a lot of ambiance to and kind of like see how the labyrinth has been like weathered in over time. So we will have like puddles and like leaks coming from the ceiling and stuff. I do have plants and other things like that in the other levels. Um, and we have sound effects to complement all of that. So this Saturday, I think, my brother, Michael, well, Michael is not my brother. My brother Carlos, Michael the composer, and me are gonna get on a call to get the music in, get the sound effects in. So it's gonna be really dope. So like water dripping and all these things to be like, oh, it's alive. The game is really a game. Sound does so much. I'm so excited. Yeah, and like I've gotten a lot more comfortable, Jack, with the Unity like visual effects, like the VFX graph, the shader graph to create and the particle system, that I've known for a while. But I've made so many special effects and stuff, and it looks great. Like any sort of movement, animation, life that you can give to your game is great. And if your game has an overall theme, keep hammering that in. So music and sounds are going to be really a big piece of that. Oh, I missed a wall. Oh well, I'll get it later. Okay. I think... Nope. Missed some. Over here. I think in reality, when I learned the microverse Unity asset package and work on the outside world, like it's going to be a lot easier than it seems. Like if you have things to do in an open world sort of area, like just because it's an expansive area, I don't know. It can definitely add scope, don't get me wrong, but it can be done in a smart way. You don't have to be the next Elden Ring or anything, but you can give your players a good amount of gameplay time, I think. And then we're gonna rotate this by 180 degrees. And then where's the arrows? Okay. Like that. So now we're just gonna fill in some gaps. Alright. So I'm just gonna look, fill out any holes that I missed, and then I'm going to add the walls for where the stairs are. It kind of feels dark in here, like on my screen. I don't know why it does that. And I don't think there's anything within Unity. I think the only way to fix that is through my, like, graphic card settings or my computer settings here. I do have it pretty low, but it's normally not that dark even on that setting I have. Alright, looking at everything. This is gonna need to be double-sided. That's kind of a problem. No, it's not actually. I can just duplicate this. Oops. Let's do 1.5. I don't remember it being that open. Oh yeah, because there's actually walls here, so I'm gonna want to fix that before I do finish what you were doing first. And that is making sure all the walls are covered. Getting a little dizzy. Missed one here. Alright. Looks like I got everything. I'm pretty sure this room is fine. Let's add walls per the map. So these walls are going to share both rooms. Let me know, by the way, Jack, if you want me to, I can create some sort of, like, event in our Discord, on a certain day or time that works for you, so we can, like, just, oh my god, so we can share screens and just work together. Um, we have the general chat, voice chat that we can use. I think that would be the best place. Right now, I'm applying to jobs in all honesty, so I have a lot of time. Like, I'm just home all of the time working on the game and, applying to jobs, but you let me know whenever you want, and we can set a time and day for it weekly and get working on our stuff, motivate each other. Alright, this is good. And over here, other wall. Yeah. So then we're just gonna want the archways to be placed here, so I'm just gonna switch it out. You know, it'd be really helpful to have an archway prefab that has a door built into it. So I'm gonna do that. This is object 34. So we'll make it a variant, create prefab variant. Say door. It's the shortest way to say it. And the door is like down here. Yep. Oh, yeah. Like if a weekend day works better, just let me know. Like, you can DM me. That's probably easiest so we can go back and forth and kind of figure it out. I, uh, I, I think it's like Wednesdays and it's Sundays too that I, share my screen with another person that follows Eldoria. His name's Plabs. He watches often, and he's a streamer, so he works on like editing his videos, and we do a private call, but we can make it like within the Discord server, just in the general voice chat. Um, I'll make a note. What's this? General voice chat. What do we even call it? Think of a name. Because right now I have dev sessions and dev plays. But I want it to be something like, you know, unique, like has a name that it's recognizable. General events Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be great for everyone. And there's probably people who could use that, have a sense of community. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it would be great to see your work, Shadow, because then when we share our screens, it's like sometimes if you're working on stuff and you're in the group or chat with everyone else, and then you take a 5 or 10 minute break and you're just watching other people work, and then it boosts your motivation more. Like, it's just fun. You get feedback on your work, sense of community, just chilling out. It's fun. This should be fine. I'm gonna save this. Gerbert. You remind me of like the Gerbert ice cream. I think that's what it was called. That makes it a lot easier. I think adding like banners or the columns really help to break up the walls too. But this is feeling better. I think like if we add like a dark element symbol here, that would be good. Um, Maybe up here would be better. I'll add more details later. Before I get on to adding the columns, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did here, but over in the next area. I'm actually gonna grab this. And grab this. Okay. Duplicate it. Oops. Oh, that warms my heart, Jack. Thank you. Yeah. Um, I love collaborating with people and just, you learn new skills from seeing how other people are working. And it's just like, yeah, like I can do this too. And it's like a commitment. Like, yeah, we're gonna show up on these days and somebody else will be there, and if you're having hard days, somebody else will help pick you up, and you just keep going. Um, it used to be really hard for me to work on game dev for many, many years, and then I just kept at it, and eventually it's like, I feel like it's like me breathing. Like, if I miss a day, I'm like, what am I even doing with my life? I love it so much, and it's great to connect with other people who love it just as much. No, it comes easy. Even on the hard days, you still want to keep going, so you do. And it feels good to actually have skills. like, like you actually are pretty adept in what you're doing, which is always a good feeling. All right, that's looking good. I'm wondering, oh yeah, we do have this area that is similar. Um, I'm gonna grab this and do the same sort of thing. I love helping people, by the way. Like, oops, did I delete that? Damn. So for us to actually do this together is like really exciting, and I know that somebody else could really use it. Oops. I did not select everything when I copied this. Okay, let's do this again. From the top. Alright, so this is everything I wanted. Yes, yes, we have it all. So, how am I going to do this? Well, it's going to be closed in for now. And we'll just switch the... no, actually. We're going to duplicate this, then switch it to... I think I have a 12 meter wall. Yeah. This is definitely going to be a pit for, like, skeletons, and maybe there'll be enemies in here. Although, if you kill them, I guess you still get the spirit shards, but if they drop anything, you won't be able to get it. Maybe we'll just make them not drop anything. Because that would just be such a teasing thing to do. Like, you got a really good drop probably, but you don't know what it is ever. Because they're down there and you can't get down there. I wonder how... Oh, actually the balusters will cut this off so... Or like it won't look so weird just ending like that. Okay. Alright. The only well, no, actually, I don't think the player will be able to look underneath the floor, and the balusters have a molding that's long enough that it will help this area look better. But even so, I'm thinking out loud, and I'm gonna change this type of floor to the thicker one so it doesn't just look like a sheet of paper that's just hovering for no reason. There's no wall here. I'm just gonna change it up to here and see what it looks like. Double-sided. That. Let's grab... Well, first off, I'm gonna duplicate this. No, I'm gonna select these first. Then duplicate them, then the columns. The 12 meter ones. Oh. Okay. Gonna rotate this. $180. Oh yes. Yes, I do. So tips for starting 3D modeling. Use Blender. You're probably already thinking of Blender, I hope. Blender is free. It crashes way less. I love it. It had a steep learning curve initially, but it's well worth it. After month 2, very good. After month 2 of sticking with Blender, it got more comfortable for me, for sure. And by month 4, I was like, okay, like, I'm very, very comfortable now. But you do need to stick to it. Just gonna do that. Okay, should be fine. As far as using Blender, I would say, learn the shortcuts. I had a document that I wrote down all the shortcuts, like in the shortest, easy way possible for me to understand what everything did. Because it's going to be so much faster if you do that. If I open up Blender, I'm still on 4.1. Sometimes, like, the newer versions can have some bugs, and I'm just not gonna mess with it. But so, like, I set up a bunch, not too many, some custom keyboard shortcuts to help just make it even faster to create things. Default save startup file. I don't have the default cube. I don't have the camera or the light in here. We use the camera and the lights and everything in Unity, so there's no need for that, at least for Unity. So, because we're not rendering in here, unless if, like, we create the trailer in here, which would be super weird. But, I have a version of Amara here as a reference, so everything that I model, I'll have a good idea of the size that I want to make it, the object as, without having to go back and scale it down or up later. Like I did Alt A, and that deselects everything. Also pressing A twice quickly also deselects everything. A selects all objects in the scene. Shift A is like one of the most used shortcuts you're ever going to use, and that is to add like some sort of default shape. And I'm trying to think. I haven't watched too many tutorials lately on Blender, but there's that donut guy. You know who I'm talking about. Just look up like Blender tutorials, and he's like the donut guy. And he's been in Blender for like 20 years and sharing a lot of stuff. A lot of the time, like objects that I created were made from a cube. Even characters I typically make start from a cube, or I just actually create the geometry from literally one vertex. So if I go to like objects, let's say we'll go to something simple like the candle. It depends on what you want to do. But so if I tab, you'll see the blue lines are the normals. So if I were to do Alt N, flip, that means that the lines are actually now going inside of the object, and that's not good because you want the normals to be pointing outwards. That's the side, like the outside now is going to display the texture. So you want to make sure the normals are good. And 1, 2, and 3. I'm cycling through it now. 1, 2, and 3, those keys. That's going to cycle through vertices, edges, and faces. So it depends, like, you know, if for some reason I wanted to maybe extrude with the E key, extrude this part of the mesh for like some sort of a, I don't know, design or whatever, you would select the faces. If you, and by the way, not everything needs to be connected. Like this is separate, and it can be easier for texturing and things. Now this is for an animation that is playing in Unity, and it's the candle flame that I created. I created a sprite sheet in Krita. I don't use Photoshop. I'm not going to pay more money. And yeah, it looks really good. What else was I going to say? There's a lot of modifiers, you know, and like you can, like to save time, if I switch to wireframe, you can say like, let me view it this way. And the slash key on your numpad actually like just has the view on whatever you're looking at. So she disappeared in the scene. And so because I have vertices selected, I don't want that. I want to select the faces in this case. So exactly half. And just for this example. So like, if you're going to model something, typically it's a good idea to go to the modifiers and like, what is it called? Mirror. So based off of its origin, which is this little orange dot here, it's going to mirror based off of that. So you don't need to model everything perfectly all around. You can model like half of it or a quarter of it and cut out a lot of work for yourself. So this is with the modifier on. And you can edit like just part of it and it'll mirror it. That's the mirror modifier. There's so many other modifiers, and you know, you can animate in here, you can do a lot of things in here. And then I use Substance Painter for, and that's a whole other beast, but I use Substance Painter for texturing. I'm so glad I do, because it looked like shit before that. I really tried with that Substance Painter. It's well worth it to me. And then if I go to the candle, you'll see what it looks like now. So I'll hide this. Oops. It's going really fast. But when you play the game, the candle flame, it's not my favorite. I think we could definitely do better. I mean, most people are not going to stare at it that closely. It was my first time making it, but, like if I go to visual effects, the candle flame, this is the sprite sheet I was talking about. So it's 4x4 cells, 16 frames in total. And I think it does the job well for what we're looking for now. When you play the game, the flame will actually rotate based on the camera's location. So this is not going to happen. Like when you play the game, you'll actually see it like this the whole time facing you. I'm happy to talk about it more, like 3D modeling, and I'll be creating more 3D models once I finish this level. And you know, if there's a time or day that works for you guys, I'll try and like pick a good time for the like group session. I'm happy to tell you more and, you know, answer any questions that you may have on Blender and just 3D modeling in general. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, I find it to be one of the most easy and fun parts of making a game. When it comes to characters and animation, that's definitely harder, but it's still fun, especially when it goes your way. But yeah, hopefully that helped. I'm gonna hydrate. Lots of talking. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm gonna drink all of my lemon water. Might as well. I started out with Maya. Um, I I went to college in 2012, and I went to 4 different schools, and we started out with Maya, and it was bad. And I ask people today, you know, does it crash a lot? And they're like, yes. I'm like, wow, still. You know, and there's probably things that Maya can do that Blender cannot, but Blender is a pretty damn good contender, I'd say. You're welcome. You're welcome, Shadow. Alright. God. It's like, sound like a goblin. I'm finally hydrated. Okay. You know what the good thing is about, like, when you teach people and show them how to do things, it, like, reaffirms what you know. And you may also learn things along the way, too, so everybody wins. Okay, getting back into it. You're funny. Yeah. Wow, that's no contest. If it's 10-1. Just 'cause it's an industry standard doesn't mean it's good. Oh, that's why it's not lining up. Oh, wow, really? Yeah. A lot of studios though have been moving to Maya, and it just makes sense, you know? Like if it's free, like you save money. Like I don't know, it just seems like a no-brainer to me. But I don't have a lot of context on that. I just know I want to use my geez, I do not want to use Maya. I want to use Blender, and that is that. No ends. Okay. This is bizarre. This is not This is not the version of the balusters with no ends. I don't know what's going on here. Which that means I'll probably want to replace the other ones I used. Like that. Wow. I may want to re-export that. What object is this? This is 54. So I'm gonna go, no, it's here. Does this actually have no ends? Yeah, maybe I just exported the wrong FBX last time. Mesh only. This should fix it, and then I don't have to really mess with anything else. Huh. Oh, that's not the issue. See how the mesh filter is from the wrong, it says no right, and this one is called no ends. That's exactly what happened. I remember a professor commenting that one of the reasons for Maya's popularity is that it allows for instant file sharing. Oh. Use GitHub. I don't know. It's, and what is it in Unity? I don't even use it. It's like Unity Cloud or something. I don't know. It's somewhere. Oh, it's probably over here. Managed services. I'm not even gonna click on there, but yeah, it's just, our team uses GitHub. It's great, it has a bit of a learning curve as well, but if you're gonna make a big game that a lot of people are gonna be working on, you probably want to do that. And even if not a whole lot of people are working on it, it's very, very organized, how all the files are managed. So I would just definitely recommend using GitHub. That's also an industry standard, and for a good reason. What is going on? Why is the mesh filter wrong on? Strange. Okay, well, I see this blue line. Let's say revert. That's correct. Was that a glitch? I think that was a glitch I witnessed. Now, if we just switch to no ends. Weird. Very weird. Alright. Well, I fixed the issue. I don't think it had to do with re-exporting the FBX. In which case, I'm gonna go to... I don't think I really need to keep this. I'm gonna also save the scene. This should be fine if I just click off of that. Yeah. Oh. I might want to add a pedestal here. Let's see how this looks. I'll figure out a way to make it look pretty. That feels weird. I'll find a way. I will. I want it to look intentional. Unless if, like, kind of have it here? I think that's probably the best I'm gonna get. Unless if let's see, I'll do this. I'll switch it out temporarily with no, does this cut through? It's not my favorite, but also, I don't know, man. Like the molding and that doesn't look good in my opinion. So I'll just do this, I guess. Oops. I definitely want the chat up. Okay, so this is set. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, this is some weird-ish. I definitely want them to have no ends on them. Gonna revert. That looks good. This, oh. That is not what I want. And it's because I rotated these without thinking. So now I'll just grab this, rotate it, and move it over. Shit. Okay. Wait, now I let go of that one. Okay. So rotating. And alright, that looks good. So now we're gonna go back to the room I was working on. And, you know, I'll do this at the end. It's good to be methodical about it because you save time. So this has no ends. Gonna duplicate this. Let's just be fast. I got an entire dungeon to build. That's a yucky looking rotation number there, degree. Okay. You know what? I think I know what I did before. But that's okay. Now I know what happened. Okay. Oops. Now I'm going to select the pedestals and duplicate them. Except that one, probably. And then I'll create columns. I think maybe adding one in the middle might be good. Yeah, it's feeling pretty solid. So I think like when the floor changes like that, it tends to feel better if there's a door or something separating that area. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll put the door here. Oh wait, I want this one. Okay. Now I'm gonna create the walls for the stairs. And yeah, I'll just do this one first. Slanted. Alright. That's looking good. Let's see which way we want to do this. Alright, good. This looks good. So we're gonna duplicate this for here. Yep. I don't think I need these pieces anymore. So I'm just gonna delete this. Yeah. And then the only other stairs, where are they? Right there. Where we once... This, I think that's what we're missing here. So I'm gonna switch this wall out. Whoa. That's not... That's not what I wanted. Oh, now I'm getting confused. Yeah, I think this is the wall that I want. And we're gonna put it 0. Yeah, that feels better. I wonder how it's gonna connect to the new door I'll make, but I'll figure that out when it's time. Yes. Definitely want to put columns there. And now here. I think once I finish these walls, I will wrap up the stream for the night. I will want to eat soon, but this has been good. Let's get this working. Gonna want to rotate this, let's see. Duplicate this. Trying to connect the vertice here. Okay. Can't tell where it ends or begins. Very good. It's going a lot smoother than the first floor, I'll say that. Alright, so we got this together. Just need to put in some walls here and here. Right. Alright, looks like the cobblestones are tiling properly. Let's see on this side. Okay, I'm glad. Last bit of walls here. Yep, still tiling well. Okay. Looks good. If I pretend I'm running through here. Yep, looks good. I feel like I could, I don't know, man. I feel like I could really open this up. I don't like how the hallways feel kind of narrow. I could always modify all of this, but yeah. I'm gonna add ceilings here. This should feel a little bit more open. Still kind of closed quarters though. Alright. I got the ceilings, I got the floors, I got the walls. So everything is enclosed now. Alright. I think this is a pretty good place to stop for now. Thank you for everybody who came to watch the stream. I'm just going to do my shoutouts to wrap everything up. So if you like what you saw, we have our game on Steam. Go check it out. I do stream Sundays and Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Central Time. And my socials are here. I post regularly every week, and you can see all the information on my YouTube channel description of the video if you're interested. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here, and I hope you all have a great